Time to go. It's all over.
So sad.
Yeah. Bye, Mira.
Bye.
Say goodbye to your home. You've got a new one now.
There he is. There he is.
He's mine.
And you got an amazing report, you two.
Yeah.
Yeah. 10 out of 10.
Here we're seeing some B-roll outside the car window of the Mira countryside as they drive to the hotel.
Okay, bon chien, we have made it to the hotel room, the first leg of our journey home. Okay, so he will be going on his first airplane ride on Sunday. Today is Friday, so we have 2 nights in this hotel. I'm gonna take him off harness. He is like so excited to sniff. Be free. Okay, so this is the Vogue Hotel, same hotel we stayed in this video on the way to Mira, and they put the same kind of doggy setup here, and he promptly found toys, treats, poop bags. So being the foodie boy he is, I had to put his treats up there. But here we have his bowls, which he's eagerly trying to figure out why there's nothing in them now. I'm not sure. He can't be trusted with all toys yet because I don't know him well enough to know his chewy habits. But I will give you this and we will see how you do, and I might have to take it away from you because we have to see what your chewiness is like, right? And you have a dog bed here, do you? Oh my God, he's already on it. Oh my God.
And it's really soft.
It's so soft and big.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that nice? He knew. He was like, this is for me.
They're so nice. That's so nice. I think they'll have treats for you as well, Molly.
Really?
Yeah. I see Toblerone. I see shortbread, Walker's cookies. I see.
This is not for you.
I see 2 mugs.
Aww.
Canada and Montreal.
That's so
Nuts.
sweet.
And a bag and a card.
Oh, that's so kind.
Do you want me to read the card?
Yeah.
Benelux, this is so good. Hello, Molly, Neve, and Benelux. It's a pleasure welcoming you here again. Thanks for choosing us. We hope that you and Benelux will feel comfortable here. Don't hesitate to let us know if you need anything. We wish you a wonderful stay. We hope you will enjoy your dinner tonight at the restaurant. Sincerely, Flavie. Oh, look, it's the Benelux. It's
What?
It's the Benelux brewery.
I got a Benelux Brewery t-shirt.
We should put it on him. Or, well, on you, maybe.
On me?
Yeah, I don't think it'll fit on him.
Oh my God. Oh
That's
my
so
God. I'm
cool.
gonna wrap this up. Look, this is his namesake, you guys.
That's amazing.
That's what he's named after.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh my God. We have to try to get the beer now.
Yeah. He's looking out the window. He's all excited with toys, everything. It's all so good.
I love that they do provide a giant-sized dog bed and these teeny bowls. He's gonna be like, excuse me, more water, ma'am? More water, please? He's a drinker. Water's filled. He came to observe. He's ready, eh? Assis? Yes. Let me put it down first before you stick your snout in it. Now, they don't have to be told when they're allowed to drink. They don't have to be told. When they eat, they must be commanded. So he must wait till he's commanded, va manger, and then he's allowed to eat. But with drinking, there isn't that wait command. They're just allowed to drink. And I'm sure that bowl will be finished soon.
Oh, I think it's all about the small bowl. If he doesn't have such a big bowl, he won't
That's
drink
what
as
I'm
much.
thinking. What cut off?
Oh, maybe
with.
I didn't record any.
My mom just had an utter fail as videographer. Like, that might be her biggest fail.
Oh.
I just was giving this big emotional speech,
Cry.
and then she's like, oh, I wasn't recording. Take 2. Okay, so what I was explaining is today, I feel like as soon as like we finished our wrap-up meeting, I feel like Benix was like, I think I've done did it. I think I've done did it. I think I've escaped. I think I've escaped to sweet freedom. And I was joking. Now he's just, all his training is just gonna fall apart. He's just gonna be like, I'm free. We had our meeting today, and it was like the closing meeting where the trainers sit down with you. So you sit down with the 3 guide dog trainers and the O&M instructor and the dog, and you talk about like how training went, what you need to work on, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, like, they were just so sweet and so nice. I started crying, and then I like left really quick after the meeting to go down to my room to cry in private with Benix because I just
Yeah,
needed
you were
to,
gone. I was like, where's Molly? Like, she disappeared so fast.
I just needed to like let
Get
it
away.
out.
Yeah.
But then they were in the next meeting by the time I was leaving, so I couldn't say a proper goodbye. So I'm gonna send a big email to thank them for all that they've done for me because it was emotional for so many reasons. I feel like leaving today, it's like, okay, I did it. Like months of stress, months of anxiety. It's done. I feel like I just need to like decompress, you know? Back in December when I decided I was retiring Gallup, like ever since then it's just been like this anxiety or this stress about getting the next one. When will I get it? And then when I knew when I'd get it, it was like, who will I get? What will the dog be like? Itchy is the answer. He's an itchy dog.
It's very itchy.
But now it's like I finished that meeting and I was like, okay, it's done. I don't have to worry. I got an amazing dog. I feel like getting this new dog, it's like getting my life back. Yes, I'm talking about you, Mr. Excited. I'm talking about you. I know. Hearing them say such nice things about me, like how I'm such a good guide dog handler and like I just do everything right. And they were saying like, I'm not saying this, I'm repeating what they said about me to be clear.
I should have recorded it.
And they said like that they just see how much I love my dogs, how much I care for them, and that's so important to them to see. And they know he's just gonna have a wonderful life with me and they're so happy he ended up with me, that they just feel like I have like such great O&M skills and like they can tell that I've just worked really hard. It's just so nice to hear that. People who do this every day.
They loved having you in the class, didn't they?
Because I did work really hard growing up to get the skills that I have. And so it's just nice when people see it. They see that you've worked hard and that like they were like, the work you've put in over the years has paid off. You're gonna be just fine.
Benelux is like, is she okay?
I meet to Benix.
Is she okay? Is she okay?
Yeah, so it's just always nice to hear from people who like know what they're talking about because they do this every day. That like they see your hard work and that you're doing the right things. That, you know, they see nothing but success. It's just a really nice feeling, and I feel like it was just, yeah, just so many months of anxiety and stress finished because I'm going home and the work's not over. The work is honestly just beginning. Leaving training is a really stressful feeling because now you're in charge. Like, you have to help this dog adapt and learn its new routes. And like I said, Nico, the guide dog trainer, is coming out on Monday for a week of training, which they do with every client after. And that's a huge help, but like the training never stops when you get a guide dog. If you think getting a guide dog is easier than learning O&M and using a cane or having a cane, it's not. It's 10 times harder. It's rewarding, but it's harder because this is a dog that needs constant training. You don't get to just give up. It's constantly working that dog, and it's constantly caring for a real breathing, living creature. It's so much more than a mobility tool. So the work is really just beginning, but I feel so much more ready at the end of 2 weeks than I thought I would. I'm really ready to do this, and I also feel emotional for him because I know he's over 3 years old. He's been through a lot of change. Done this once before with somebody who sent him back, and I'm just so ready to like give him a forever home because he's just so wonderful. And it's like mind-blowing to me that somebody could send him back because he's such a good dog. He's so loving. He's so sweet, he's so gentle, and he's such a good worker. Like, we literally had no issues, not one issue, which is like shocking. That is not normal. That is not how training goes. And I don't know how somebody found it in them to give him back, but I'm so glad they did. I feel like God kept him for me, and I'm just so ready to like give him his forever home and let him know that like this is the last time he's leaving Mira. He's not going back there. Yeah, it's the beginning of our journey together. You don't know what you're in for, buddy. He's like, that's all the invite I needed. Oh, I love you. I love you so much already. He's much more silly than Gallup. I think for me, like, the biggest thing that I don't want is negative comparison. I know I asked you guys in this video when I was moving Gallup out that I didn't want comparison of him to my other dogs. What I really mean is I don't want negative comparisons. I don't want like people being like, oh, he's not as cute as Gypsy, or I liked Gallop better than I like Benix. Like, I don't want the negative comparison because I feel like that's like just toxic and harmful, and why do we need to compare that? But positive comparisons I think are fine. Like seeing the ways in which he's so wonderful, just like my other dogs, I have no problems with. So for me, I think of him as being like my favorite parts of Gallop and my favorite parts of Gypsy, which is exactly what I put into the universe that I wanted. Gentle and sweet and calm like Gallop, and he's a really awesome worker, and he just emanates the same energy that Gallop did. But like Gypsy, he has a bit more sass and a bit more spunk and a bit more energy, and he wags his tail way more than Gallop. Gypsy used to wag her tail 24/7. Gallop, the man was stoic. The tail wags were seldom, even though he was a really happy dog. That just wasn't how he expressed himself. And Benix is like the in-between. For the journey ahead, I am looking forward to it. Now we've got to go find some Benelux. Okay, so it is Saturday evening. It's like 5:30 p.m. We went out for dinner last night, then we took Mr. Benix for a walk. I had him guide me through the city. It was very busy and he did like unbelievably so well. I had a great night's sleep. This morning we just took it easy. I took him on an off harness walk where I was guided by my mom, and I just had him heel beside me, or au pied. And then he's been out for another walk where he just did a harness walk just a little around the block. Pooped, he's peed, he's just doing great. Relaxed day. I give him a big brushing. I'm wearing my Benelux tee. My mom's been running around doing a bunch of errands, and I've just been doing computer work and bonding. For those wondering, grooming is a great way to bond with your dog. Belly rubs and just brushing them is a really great option. And I've hardly eaten today, so I had my mom run out and grab us a poutine. We think they actually gave us the wrong one, but that's okay. I'm sure it's still delicious. Poutine is a very famous Canadian dish, and it's actually from Quebec, and you get the best poutine in Quebec, so I'm excited to have some. I don't know what's in it. Also, the infamous lamp that I smacked last time I was here is above my head. I now refer to it as Guide Dog University, GDU. We're going to Guide Dog! Oh! Hopefully I don't smack my head. What does it look like is in this wrong one that you didn't order?
It looks like there's pepperoni, there's mushroom, there's onion, there's green peppers, of course the regular gravy cheese.
Very not into the pepperoni being in this.
So we'll take that out.
Really gross.
Yeah.
Really, it's honestly quite disgusting. Never order that. All I literally got was mushroom and pepperoni, so I feel like I'm just eating a knockoff pizza.
How about moving to the side and just get into the...
I'm trying, I can't see, so okay. I'm just stabbing randomly, hoping I get good stuff.
You got all the pepperoni. Okay.
How the hotel knew to get us a Benelux tea. My mom had contacted the concierge a few days ago asking if they knew if there was anywhere to pick up Benelux beer around the hotel, because I wanted to try some since that's what my dog was named after. And they gave us the address, and then I guess surprised us with this t-shirt. So my mom did run out and pick up some Benelux beer, so we're gonna try it together for the first time. Okay, so I'm actually home. I never ended up trying the Benelux beer when I was in Montreal, so I brought 3 cans home with me. Full disclosure, I did try one of them. It was the pale ale. I did not like it, but I don't like beer, so like, that makes sense. I really only like Corona with lime, like very light beers, and I like Radlers, like a grapefruit beer. It's a very like fruity light beer, but I'm not generally a fan of like true proper beer. So I tried the pale ale and I definitely was not a fan. Also, I tried it warm, and then somehow I'm also trying this warm, and warm beer is just not a vibe, I think, even to people who love beers. So the fact that like beer lovers don't like warm beer, and I don't like beer to begin with and it's warm, probably also isn't helping. But I really want to get this clip filmed because I want to get this video up, and I forgot to stick it in the fridge, so it's my fault. But somebody who does love beer tried the pale ale, and he said it was bomb. Very hoppy, lots of hops. My beer fans will know what that means. So apparently beer drinkers think it's fire beer. Beer dislikers like myself think it is not. So take that for what you will. I think it's awesome. It just splashed me in the face. Did you see? Yes.
Doesn't like all the
No, I don't like you. Yeah, it's like, I'll show you. So I think it's great to support, you know, a microbrewery. If you ever see some Benelux and you're a beer lover, definitely make sure to pick it up and give it a try. Okay.
Not a bad first reaction.
Right off the bat, it's better than the pale ale. Now, which one is this, Mom?
It is the Saison.
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 Again, being a non-beer drinker, I literally have no idea what that means. But also, their cans are beautiful, aren't they? Yeah. Like, I love the just black and white line work. I don't know, it's very artsy and fun. This one's definitely way better than the other one. Still not my jam, but it's somebody's jam. I mean, they're a successful brewery, so people obviously like it. Give it a try for yourself and you can make your own decision. But either way, I still think Benix suits him better. We are in a car on the way to the airport. This is my first time with Benix in a car that is not a Mira car, because a Mira car drove us here on Friday and then we've just stayed in the hotel and walked around the area. So this is our first time in a non-Mira car together. So he's just laying off harness at my feet and we're off to the airport for his first ever airplane ride.
Here we're seeing some hyperspeed B-roll of the drive to the airport.
The airport is like shockingly busy. We just checked in and now I took Benix back outside to give him a chance to pee before we go through security. Although he's pretty overstimulated and overwhelmed because there's just so many noises. So this is his, oh Jesus Christ.
That's a lot, eh?
This is a lot for me. I'm getting like dizzy. But it was amazing after we checked in, which was like inside to the right and then like really far forward. I just asked him from the check-in desk, find the door, find the door, find the door, and he brought me straight to the door to come outside, which was not easy. He had to navigate through a ton of people to find it, and he found it all by himself, so I'm really proud of him for that. That was really great. There is a puppy pee spot inside, but he's never used one before, so, you know, his training is to go on concrete. So we have made it successfully through security. I just did it the way that I personally always do it. I think most handlers do it a little bit different, but what I do is I had Benix just lay down. I grabbed the hand of security, I walked through the metal detector, and then I called him to come. He was very good, he stayed perfectly, and then when I told him to come, he was overly excited to come to me. He was like, oh God, thank God. Then they just scanned my hands and my waist and shoes, and that was that. And we were very far away from the security to the gate, and it is uncomfortably busy. I don't know where the heck all these people are going, but they're going somewhere. And I feel incredibly overwhelmed, to be honest, like overstimulated. So I don't know how he did so well. He was amazing through it. Unfortunately, somebody like practically lunged at him and like grabbed him and was like, Mira dog, Mira dog. Now Mira is extremely well known in Quebec. They like educate the kids at schools on Mira, the do's and don'ts. I literally thought it was a child, and I was really upset that the parents weren't like correcting their child. And then my mom told me it was an airport staff member. I like low-key want to report them. Like it was really like aggressively getting in my dog's face. So I just had to tell him, you know, faites attention, pay attention, so he didn't get distracted by it. But I haven't had somebody be like that aggressively going for my dog in a long time, and to hear that it's like airport staff doing it was like quite alarming. So that was unfortunate, but other than that, like he's been wonderful. So we found a puppy pee area. My mom's gonna go make sure she knows where it is, check out some food for us that we could bring on the flight, and him and I are just gonna relax for a few minutes while my mom does that. Just having a little drink before we take him to pee. Final drink before the flight. He's very excited to be getting a treat. He's getting a treat because he just went pee in the puppy pee pad. So I wasn't sure how he would do, but he actually did very, very well. Most airports in North America now have puppy bathrooms. They're generally enclosed rooms. I've actually never seen one that's out in the open like this one, but at this airport in Montreal, they just have kind of like a fake grass pad and a little fire hydrant, but he got the hang of it and he peed really quick.
Here we're seeing some hyperspeed footage of Benix masterfully guiding Molly through a crowded airport.
taking his harness off. I'm gonna feed him his dinner before we get on the flight. It is actually his dinner time. So, it's hard to untie them. I need to get a travel bowl for him, but I don't have one.
There's no travel bowl
Hey,
yet.
Chris. We just pre-boarded his first flight ever, and they actually gave us the seat in between my mom and I. It's a 3-seater, and he is just peacefully sitting between us on the floor here somewhere. There he is. Hi, Bubba. I just gave him a treat because he's been such a good boy, and I do take the harness off in flight just so he's comfortable because it's a 5-hour flight. Flight was a big success. It is after 1 a.m. so we are all tired, but 5-hour flight, and he did so well the whole time. He was pretty eager to get off, which Gallup used to always be as well, so that wasn't surprising. We gave him a big drink of water and a big pee at the airport, and now we are on the car ride home, and he'll get to see his home for the first time. Once we get out of the car, I'm just going to take him on a walk around the block for his bedtime walk, and then we're both going to bed. I'm exhausted. I actually pre-booked us a car service home because I was like, you know what? Landing at 1 a.m. and getting my new guide dog home for the first time, the last thing I want to deal with is getting denied access from a taxi or an Uber or something. So I booked a car service, all is going well, and I think we're both feeling really good. Hello! So it's actually been a few days. We flew home on Sunday night, very late Sunday night, and it is now Tuesday evening. So Mr. Benix has had 2 nights at home. I didn't film anything after the car ride home because my sole focus had to be getting Benix settled, and it was really late at night, so it was very rainy. I took him for a bedtime walk. He had a poop and a pee, brought him upstairs, dried him down in the hallway, let him in, and he immediately found one of Gallup's old toys that I had forgotten. Was that him?
That was him. His leg just hit the stool I'm sitting on.
Benix. He immediately found one of Gallup's toys that we had forgotten to move over, which is a hedgehog, and he's obsessed with this toy. It doesn't even have a squeaker in it. It's just a stuffed hedgehog. He loves it. Benix, calm down. I'm just trying to show them your toy. This is the sad, nasty toy in question. He just loves this thing. Look at it.
He brings it to everyone, doesn't he?
He just brings it to me and puts it down. Oh, there you go.
Oh, a little scratch. Oh, we're getting a little scratch. There
He's
we
like,
go.
now that you said it. He slept great both nights on the bed. He's getting settled in his beds too. He likes to lay in his beds in the day, but at night he likes to sleep on the bed. We took him to the vet. He is actually, in fact, 80 pounds. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was like 65, maybe 70. Nah, he's 80. And the vet said she can definitely tell he's not a purebred lab, even though I think a lot of people will look at him and think he is. She said his fur is a bit longer and much softer and shinier than the average lab, which has a coarser, more slick fur. His tail is much thicker and fluffier, and the jowls and face shape, she said, doesn't look like a traditional lab. So I just wanted to share that for those who can't see him, because I can't, and I thought that was very interesting to hear. She looked at his medical records from Mira, and he's always been between 78 and 83 pounds, so he's like right in the right spot right now. We got him a new food, so we're slowly switching that over because they don't sell vet diet where I live. We took him to the dog store. We got him some raincoats, some toys, some other stuff that I will show you in a future haul video of dog stuff. What else to update you on? He's been super excited. He settled in really, really well. Like, honestly, not a problem. She said he looks super healthy. She can't see any symptoms of like any inflammation, irritation.
Can I say he's scratching far less?
Yeah, she said she thinks his itchiness could just be a habitual thing more than it is like an actual allergy. But we are going to, if it continues, do some food trials to see if that helps. But he has actually been scratching much less, so I do think potentially she's right, and it is more of a
kind of a nervous, a little bit of excitement.
Yeah, like just a habit.
Yeah.
So that's really all the updates. Stay tuned, more to come. I hope you guys are falling in love with Benix as much as I am. I just fall in love with him more every day. His personality continues to come out. He's definitely become a bit more like high energy since coming home, and I would say he's definitely more dog-like than Gallop in that he like loves to play with toys, he loves to bounce and run around. He gets so excited if I'm out of his sight for 5 minutes and he sees me again. It's so cute. So yeah, all is well in this household. Today we started training with Nico. We went out for dinner with him last night, and then today we did a bunch of training around town, and it'll continue for the next 2 days. I don't know that I'm gonna film any of that. I don't think I will, but that's what I'm up to right now, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, you can click over here to check out this video or over here to check out this one, and I'll see you next time.